Hi children, how are you? Yes, I hope that you all are fine at your home. And here I'm also fine. And dear children, today I have come in front of you to teach one more history topic. Okay, it is the topic regarding Swami Vivekananda. Okay, as you all know that about Swami Vivekananda, I know that. So, but we are going to learn again. So, Swami Vivekananda. So today's topic is Swami Vivekananda, right? So, see here, it is a picture of Swami Vivekananda. You might have seen this picture, and there are so many numbers of pictures we can browse in online, right? So, it is the picture portrait of Swami Vivekananda. So, yes. So, let me read this text here. So, after that, I will tell you what is that. Okay. Sisters and brothers of America, it fills my heart with joy unspeakable to rise in response to the warm and cordial welcome which you have given us. I thank you in the name of the most ancient order of monks in the world. I thank you in the name of the mother of religions. And I thank you in the name of millions and millions of Hindu people of all classes and sects. Yes. See, it is the speech, it is the address of Swami Vivekananda at Parliament of Religion in Chicago. Yes. So, in 1893, Swami Vivekananda visited Chicago. There, he attended the Parliament of Religion, World Parliament of Religion, right? So, there he had addressed the gathering, and in that speech, he had introduced India as a Hindu country, right? So, after the speech of Swami Vivekananda, the whole American people, they had come to the feet of Swami Vivekananda. So, that was the strength of Swami Vivekananda. You might have known that, right? So, just imagine the whole American people had come to the feet of Swami Vivekananda. Yes, that was the strength of Swami Vivekananda. So, let us learn about Swami Vivekananda. Birth. Yes. Vivekananda was born as Narendranath Datta, so in bracket, shortened to Narendra or Naren, in a Kayasthar family at his ancestral home at 3 Gaur Mukherjee Street in Calcutta, the capital of British India, on 12 January 1863 during the Makar Sankranti festival. Yes. So that was the time India was being ruled by Britishers, right? So Calcutta was the capital city of British India. So meanwhile, Swami Vivekananda was born on 12 January 1863, and also that was the time of Makar Sankranti festival, right? So he was born on 12 January 1863. Swami Vivekananda was born on 12 January 1863 in Kayasthar family in where? Calcutta, right? So next, about family. Father, yes, Narendranath was the birth name of Swami Vivekananda, and also Vishwanath Datta was the father of Swami Vivekananda, right? And he was a lawyer in Calcutta High Court. Yes, Swami Vivekananda's father Vishwanath Datta was a lawyer in Calcutta High Court. So then, mother. So Bhuvaneshwari Devi was the mother of Swami Vivekananda, and she was the housewife. Then his grandfather name was Durgasharan Datta, and he was a Sanskrit and Persian scholar, right? So it is all about his family. So his father name was Vishwanath Datta, and he was a lawyer in Calcutta High Court, and Bhuvaneshwari Devi was the mother of Swami Vivekananda, and she was a housewife, and grandfather Durgasharan Datta, and he was a Sanskrit and Persian scholar, right? Yes, field of interest. So, interest in fields of Swami Vivekananda, right? See here. Narendranath was interested in spirituality from young age and used to meditate before the image of deities such as Shiva, Rama, Sita and Mahavir Hanuman. Yes. So, from his childhood, he was very much interested towards the spirituality, his divinity. right? And also he used to meditate in front the images of what Shiva, Rama, Sita, Mahavir, Hanuman, right? So these are the gods, his favorite gods, like Shiva, Rama, Sita, and Mahavir, Hanuman. He used to meditate in front of them. That in front of them means so in front of the idols of the gods, or in front of the pictures, of the gods, right? So next. He was fascinated by wandering ascetics and monks. Yes, he was very much impressed by the monks and ascetics who are wandering one place to another place. He was very much impressed by them. Who? Yes, Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was very much impressed by the monks and ascetics, okay, who are wandering one place to another place, right? So Naren was naughty and restless as a child, and his parents often had a difficulty controlling him. Yes. So the parents of Narendra, means parents of Swami Vivekananda, they could not able to control Swami Vivekananda while his childhood, because he was very naughty boy, and they could not able to control him. So once his mother said, "I prayed to Shiva for a son, and he has sent me one of his ghosts." Yes. So it was the quotation, or it was said by the Bhuvneshwari Devi, right? So regarding Swami Vivekananda. So it shows the naughtiness of Swami Vivekananda. So because of that reason, she had told like that. See here, "I prayed to Shiva for a son, but Shiva had sent me one of his ghosts." Okay. So if you see this line from the Bhuvneshwari Devi, easily you can understand that in the childhood Swami Vivekananda was very much naughty. Okay, very naughty, was very naughty boy. Yes, with Ramakrishna. Then who was Ramakrishna? It's a very important question, right? So I think you can able to see these pictures here. I have mentioned here. See Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, right? So then who was Ramakrishna Paramahamsa? Yes, he is none other than the teacher of Swami Vivekananda, right? So with Ramakrishna, the relationship with the Ramakrishna. What? Okay, we'll see now. See. Narendra met Ramakrishna for the first time in November 1881. Yes. Actually, he had visited the hut of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, where he was living. Right. So it was the time when November 1881. In November 1881, Swami Vivekananda visited what? Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So till that meeting, so his name was Narendranath Datta, right? So remember that. So till that meeting, his name was Narendranath Datta. After that, so Vivekananda, it was the name given by the Ramakrishna, right? So by seeing this, by seeing his greatness, and by seeing his activeness, by seeing his thinking capacity, so Ramakrishna Paramahamsa had given the name to the Narendra as Vivekananda, right? Then he asked Ramakrishna the same old question, whether he had seen God. Yes. In the first meeting in November 1881, Swami Vivekananda had asked one question to the Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So Swami Vivekananda earlier Swami Vivekananda he was not believing in the God. So that's why he asked the question that whether have you seen the God or not. Okay, that is that he had seen God or not. He asked the question to the Ramakrishna that whether he had seen God. So it's the important question asked by Swami Vivekananda. That means that Narendranath Datta, he asked the question to the Ramakrishna, right? See here, answer. The instantaneous answer from Ramakrishna was, "Yes, I see God, just as I see you here, only in a much intense sense." Narendra was astounded and puzzled. Yes. So when Swami Vivekananda asked the question, so it is nothing but what is that question, guys? Yes, whether have you seen God or not? So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he replied that yes, he had seen the God, and also he can show the God to the Narendra also. He replied like that, and Swami Vivekananda got shocked and also puzzled, right? He could feel the man's words were honest and uttered from depths of experience. Man's means Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, right? So by seeing the personality of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, so he started believing him. Okay, Swami Vivekananda started believing towards the Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's words, right? So then only he could feel the man's words were honest and uttered from depths and experience. Okay, by seeing his experience, he started believing him. He started believing Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, right? He started visiting Ramakrishna frequently. Yes, after that first meeting, he started visiting the hut of Swami Vivekananda frequently. So day by day, he is going and he was visiting the Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, right? Yes. According to Vivekananda, that means that his philosophy. Okay. So what he said, according to Swami Vivekananda. See, there were 4 methods to realize the divinity within us. There are 4 methods to realize the divinity, right? What are those 4 methods? The first point, Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga, okay? So a way to realize one's own divinity through unselfish actions. Yes. Karma Yoga is nothing but the actions. Karma Yoga is nothing but the works. But you should be faithful. You have to believe in your work, and you should not expect the fruit. You should not expect the fruit. So without expecting the fruits, you have to do your work. Okay. So in Bhagavad Gita also, Sri Krishna had told like that only, right? So a way to realize one's own divinity through unselfish actions. Unselfish actions. Okay. If you do unselfish actions, so definitely you are realizing your divinity, right? So it is Karma Yoga. Karma is nothing but the work. So Karmanye Vadikarasya Mahapaleshu Kadachana. So Sri Krishna had told to Arjuna like that only. So we should not expect the fruit. So but we have to do. We have to do work. Okay. So that way. Then Bhakti Yoga. Yes, it is nothing but the praying towards the God, praying the God, right? A way to realize one's own divinity through love of God. Okay, by giving the love to the God, we can realize ourselves, right? We can realize ourselves, and that we are having the divinity, right? So it is Bhakti Yoga. Karma Yoga is nothing but the work. Bhakti Yoga is nothing but the love towards God. Then third and fourth one, Raja Yoga. It is nothing but self-control. By controlling ourselves, we can realize our divinity. So it was said by Swami Vivekananda, there are 4 methods to realize our divinity. The first one is Karma Yoga. Second one is Bhakti Yoga. Karma Yoga is nothing but work or actions, and Bhakti Yoga is nothing but love towards God, and Raja Yoga is nothing but self-control. We have to control ourselves. Okay. So then Jnana Yoga, a way to realize one's own divinity through knowledge obtained by reasoning and analysis. Yes, we have to question. We have to question. So without question, we should not believe anything. So by getting knowledge, we can realize our divinity. There are 4 yogas which were given by Swami Vivekananda. Right. The first one is, what is that? Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is nothing but the actions. Okay, unselfish actions. So then Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is nothing but love towards God. We have to pray for the God, pray the God. So then Raja Yoga is nothing but self-control. We have to control ourselves. So then Jnana Yoga is nothing but knowledge. We have to get knowledge. So if you do this, definitely we are getting, or we can realize divinity among ourselves, right? So there are 4 methods to understand the divinity. Okay? Then, so it was given by Swami Vivekananda. Works. Then what are the works he has done? Okay, in his life. Yes, his books compiled from lectures given around the world on the 4 yogas, Raja Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana Yoga, are very influential and still has been fundamental text for anyone interested in the Hindu practice of yoga. Yes. So he had written so many books, including Raja Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. So those books are based on the philosophy, right? So those who are interested in Hindu practice of yoga, they can read this book. And so here they have mentioned as a fundamental text. So it's the fundamental text. If you refer these books, definitely so we can understand about Hindu practice of yoga and Hindu culture, right? So it is his famous work. He has written so many books regarding what Raja Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga, right? Yes. He had composed many songs, including his favorite Kali the Mother. Yes, he had composed so many songs, including his favorite song. Which is that? What is that? Kali the Mother. And also one thing I'm going to tell you that he was a famous cook also. He can able to cook the food. Okay? He can able to cook the food. Message for youth. Yes. What are the message given by Swami Vivekananda to youths? And also I have forgotten to tell you. So Dharendranath Datta means Swami Vivekananda was born on 12th January, and his birth, date of birth, we are celebrating now as a youth day, right? Indian or International Youth Day. Societies should be molded upon truth, and truth has not to adjust itself to societies. Yes. So it means that Swami Vivekananda said that society should respect towards the truth, but truth should not bow towards the society. So truth is the supreme, right? So we should respect the truth. Whatever you think you will be, you think yourself weak, weak you will be. You think yourself strong, strong you will be. Yes, it is a famous quotation or famous message by Swami Vivekananda to the youth. We should not feel weak. We have to feel strong. If you feel strong, definitely you will be strong. If you feel weak, definitely you will be weak. So it was the message given by Swami Vivekananda, right? Do you love your country? Then come and struggle for higher and better things. Yes. So it was the message given by Swami Vivekananda. So in that situation, there were so many freedom fighters. They started their fighting against the Britishers, right? So he asked the youths that, do you love your country? Then come and struggle for higher and better things. If you want the things, if you want freedom, definitely you have to fight against the other enemies, right? So that is the message given by Swami Vivekananda. If you love your country, you have to fight for the country, right? Each nation has a main current in life. Okay, each nation has a main current in life. In India, it is religion. Yes. So Swami Vivekananda, he said that. So if all the nations are having current in India, religion is the current of India, right? Religion is the current of India. So it is the supreme. Religion is the supreme in India. So it was quoted by Swami Vivekananda. Say here, make it strong, and the waters on either side must move along with it. Yes, we should not leave our religion. We have to water it. Means we have to grow. We have to make religion grow, right? So we have to support that, and we have to move along with the religion. It means religion. We have to move along with the religion. Blessed are they whose bodies get destroyed in the service of others. Yes. So like Basavanna had quoted, work is worship. So like that. So Swami Vivekananda said that who serves others, they are getting blessings from the God. So blessed are they whose bodies get destroyed in the service of others. Who are serving others, definitely they are going to blessed by the what? They are going to blessed by the God. Death. Okay. So how did Swami Vivekananda die? On 4th July 1902, the day of his death, Vivekananda awoke early, went to the monastery at Belur Math and meditated for 3 hours. Yes. So that was the time of 4th July 1902. So Swami Vivekananda awoke in the morning and he went to the Belur Mutt and he meditated for 3 hours. Okay, so what? The day of his death. Okay, so on 4th July 1902, he awoke early and he went to the Belur Mutt and he sat for meditation for 3 hours. Right. So what happened then next? He taught Shukla Yajurveda, Sanskrit grammar and the philosophy of yoga to pupils. Yes. At the same time, same day. So after 3 hours of meditation, he taught Shukla Yajurveda, Sanskrit grammar and also philosophy of yoga to the pupils, means to children. So later, discussing with colleagues a planned Vedic college in the Ramakrishna Mutt. Yes, actually he was having a plan to establish Vedic college in Ramakrishna Mutt. So he had discussed with his colleagues. Okay, so then at 7 p.m. Vivekananda went to his room asking not to be disturbed. He died at 9:20 p.m. while meditating. Yes, after 7 p.m. he went to his room and he told his disciples that not to be disturbed. And at 9:20 p.m. so he died when he was meditating. Right. So next. According to his disciples, so the opinions of the disciples. Okay, so according to his disciples, Vivekananda attained Mahasamadhi, the rupture of a blood vessel in his brain was reported as a possible cause of death. Yes, according to the science, he had died because of the rupture of blood. Rupture means stopping, right? So it has destroyed. So the blood vessel had destroyed because of that reason. What Vivekananda had died, but according to the disciples, he attained Mahasamadhi. Right. His disciples believed that the rupture was due to his Brahmarandra. Right. So his disciples still they believe that rupture was due to his Brahmarandra. That means that Swami Vivekananda himself he had died. Okay, by doing meditation or by taking the Mahasamadhi. According to the disciple of Swami Vivekananda, an opening in the crown of his head being fierce when he attained Mahasamadhi. Yes, according to the disciples of Swami Vivekananda, so they believe that Swami Vivekananda himself he had gone to the Mahasamadhi and he had left his soul. Right? He left his body. Right? So his soul left his body. Yes. Now in next we are going to see the pictures of quotes, okay, quotations by Swami Vivekananda. Okay, just quotes of Swami Vivekananda. See here, first picture. Who is helping you? Don't forget them. Who is loving you? Don't hate them. Who is believing you? Don't cheat them. Right. Next. Anything that makes you weak physically, intellectually and spiritually, reject as poison. Right. So then next. You have to grow from the inside out. None can teach you, none can make you spiritual. There is no other teacher but your own soul. Where can we go to find God if we cannot see Him in our own hearts and in every living being? Right. Is that a question? Relationships are more important than life, but it is important for those relationships to have life in them. We are what our thoughts have made us. So take care about what you think. Words are secondary, thoughts live. They travel far. All the powers in the universe are already ours. It is we who have put our hands before our eyes and cried that it is dark. So it is the famous quotation by Swami Vivekananda, especially for the youth. Arise, awake, and do not stop until the goal is reached. Okay, I am going to repeat again. So it is the quotation by Swami Vivekananda for the youths, right? For the youth, arise, awake, and do not stop until the goal is reached. Yes. My dear children, is there any question? I know that you can't express now, but you can ask the questions through WhatsApp. Okay? You can ask the question through WhatsApp regarding Swami Vivekananda. Okay? In short and sweet, we have learned regarding Swami Vivekananda. Is there any questions regarding Swami Vivekananda? Definitely, you can ask the questions through WhatsApp, right? So, thank you guys for watching my videos. So again, I'm asking you that is there any question? Please ask the questions through WhatsApp. Okay. Bye.